acknowledge that both parties are experiencing frustration, but it's like we're competing to see who is the most frustrated, which doesn't make sense because at the end of the day, we're frustrated, and if we don't listen to one another, we're gonna continue being frustrated. It's your girl Tynisha Renee here. Welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're visiting for the first time. This is Tynisha Talks, where I like to keep it real, raw, and transparent. We're gonna have a real talk / vent sesh, hopefully productive conversation today. So just to give a little bit of context, a clip from one of my videos went semi-viral. It was the video where I was discussing how I feel that women nowadays are very superficial and too much emphasis is placed on outer characteristics, body, looks, hair, nails, designer bags, designer shoes. I will go ahead and link that video at the top. It's a very good video, so shameless plug. Make sure you watch that video if you missed it when you're done here. The clip that went viral was a part where I was specifically talking about men saying that they prefer natural women. Natural in the sense that they have not surgically altered their body, and natural in the sense where women don't feel like they have to conform to social media baddie standards in order to attract a man or be valuable to a man. To me, that was kind of like common sense. You know, I think that we should be telling women, hey, you don't have to change yourself and look a way that you think that men want just to attract them. It's okay to be yourself. Don't feel pressured to do that. But lo and behold, a lot of the women on YouTube were in a tizzy over those comments. People are allowed to feel how they want to feel, but there were a lot of commonalities that I saw with the women who were commenting that alludes to a bigger issue, and that is an issue with communication between men and women. A lot of women commented saying that I was a pick-me, that I'm saying that women who have had cosmetic surgeries are not valuable or worthy of marrying. Men are not attracted to women who are natural and they settle for them because they really do want the women that they lust after. That I am trying to tell people how to behave and how to present themselves in order to get married. Just a lot of things that were never really said verbatim in my video. So let's expand on that a bit. And just as a disclaimer, I am going to be talking about things that both men and women do that I think are causing such poor communication between men and women and is in turn preventing us from moving past this myriad of issues that we have with one another. Let's talk about the term pick me. I haven't wanted to talk about this for a very, very long time. Pick me is a term that really gets on my nerves because it's overused. A pick me is a woman who demeans other women for the purposes of getting approval from men. For example, if I was a woman who was a really good cook on my social media and I say, you know, I'm a really good cook, none of these women are cooking anymore, this is why I'm such a great catch, yada yada yada. In that case, I would definitely be a pick me because I couldn't just say I like to cook. I had to demean other women in the process to make me look better. Narcissist, pick me, and simp are the top 3 words that I see on social media that are often misused. And I also notice that people use those terms whenever somebody has a perspective that is different from theirs, or if they have a perspective that makes them feel some kind of way. And instead of acknowledging that there might be some accuracy to that perspective, it's easier for them to say, oh, you're a narcissist, or you're a pick me, or you're a simp. Women, and I'm saying this as a woman, okay? Women must be like super flexible. Their arms must be like super long, because the way that women be reaching in these comments is literally beyond me. This is on and off social media, but I've noticed that what some women do when they hear something that they don't like, something internally just kind of shuts off. Their ears stop processing, their brain stops processing, and it turns into listening to respond versus listening to understand. So for example, I could say something like, I love wearing long flowy dresses because I just feel like they look so classy. Women could hear me say that and be like,
oh, so you're saying that short dresses are ugly? You're saying that women who wear short dresses, they're not classy?
And it's like, no, I didn't say that. I was literally just stating my opinion, and you took it and you ran with it. I honestly do believe, and maybe I could be wrong, y'all let me know how you feel in the comments. I think that I often say things that trigger people, and I think that when they hear that, they begin to experience cognitive dissonance. So little bit of quick psychology vocab. Cognitive dissonance is the feeling of discomfort that you feel when you realize that you are behaving in a way that contradicts your value system. And in order for you to alleviate that discomfort that you feel, people either change their behavior or they adjust their beliefs to justify their behavior so that they don't feel like a hypocrite. So in this case, if I am a woman who was watching my video and I know that I may have gotten cosmetic surgery, I'm thinking of getting cosmetic surgery, or I present myself as a social media baddie, basically just present myself in a very sexual manner on social media in order for me to gain the attention of men. When I hear someone touching on those topics, it creates a feeling of discomfort inside, because it's a lot easier for me to adjust the narrative to something that I know I don't agree with to feel better about my decision versus putting in the work to adjust behavior so that they can have a better outcome. But I've noticed that with men, a lot of women will say things like, you're a narcissist, you're a misogynist, and sometimes that's not the case because the men can have a really, really valid point, but they minimize their viewpoints by throwing terms like that out there to avoid taking accountability. I really, really hope that makes sense. If that doesn't make sense, let me know in the comments. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the things that the men's of the interweb do that I feel is problematic when it comes to having healthy communication. I've noticed that men tend to do a lot of deflecting whenever women make valid points. For example, let's say I make a comment about something that I see men do. A common response would be like, well, women do that too. It tends to lead to a lot of back and forth type energy because, again, they're listening to respond and not listening to understand. We're really not going to get anywhere because then it's like the frustration Olympics. We can acknowledge that both parties are experiencing frustration, but it's like we're competing to see who is the most frustrated, which doesn't make sense because at the end of the day, we're frustrated, and if we don't listen to one another, we're going to continue being frustrated. On the flip side, men also use this term simp. I hate the term simp because, again, it is misused. A simp is a man who does a lot to try to get the attention of women who are not interested in him. A man agreeing with a woman because she made a valid point does not make him a simp. But I do see that men throw that word out there a lot because they feel some type of way just because men and women are agreeing on a topic. So I guess what I'm trying to understand is, what is it that you guys want to see happen with men and women? Do you want us to continue to be separated and not love one another? Or do you guys actually want to make progress and work toward fixing the issues that we have? If you say negative things whenever men and women are agreeing on a topic or trying to understand where they're coming from, you don't really want unity. You don't want healing. You don't want a sense of community. You want to continue being miserable, hating the opposite sex, and you want everyone around you to agree with you and join this bubble of hatred and animosity. I don't know. Both parties, both men and women, are fixated on this need to be right all the time. You know, I just want us to heal and grow and love one another and make beautiful babies if you want to have babies. If not, travel the world with your spouse, your best friend, create great memories with them. And I don't know. I guess I just worry when I see comments like this that we're never going to get to that point because there's so many deep-rooted issues, and I feel like a lot of the times I'm literally talking to a wall. Like I might as well be at home staring at this white wall because people just, this is stressing me out, child. People are just so quick to speak but slow to understand. I hope this video made sense. I think the people who are meant to hear it and understand it will hear it and understand it. And if not, then I guess I'll just catch you on the next video.